What's up, y'all? How's everybody doing? We are two guys and a bug back at you here in the garage. It is after Christmas. You guys, by the time you're watching this, it'll be after New Year's. So I hope you guys had a blessed Christmas and New Year's. Got everything you wanted from Santa, from the big man, and all that good fun stuff. But right now, because it's an important thing that we need to do today, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we replaced the back shoes on the brakes a couple videos ago, and I'm not the one driving it, he is. And you know, when you're driving something and something slowly gets worse, sometimes you don't notice it,
Or
right?
or you don't care. Like, well, not that you don't care, but like it
still works,
right?
just not as efficient as it should.
Right.
Right. So, then we're talking about the brakes. So we looked at it a couple days ago and went ahead and tried to do bleed the brakes in the back, because it's been a while since we've done that, and we didn't do that when we
replaced all the hardware. We didn't do it then.
Yeah, well, when we had the leaking, I can't even...
brake line.
Yeah, we had the one brake line that went bad, and we didn't bleed the brakes after that. So we're like, oh, that's probably why the pedal is kind of, not mushy, but it just went down a little farther than it should. So we're like, well, let's go ahead and bleed it. So we tried bleeding the brakes, and we did get a lot of air out of it, but they still were just not, the pedal was going too far down. And so, yeah, Chris is grabbing the new parts that we're going to get. So I was looking at it, trying to figure out what was going on with it. Well, we never replaced the cylinder in the back. And I didn't notice it because I was bleeding the brakes. You know, when you bleed the brakes, there's a little bit of seepage around the valve that you use. So I never even noticed that it was actually leaking. And I'll show you here in a second. Underneath, you can see where, because it sat for a few days, and I went under there and looked, and you could actually see where the brake fluid. You can see where the brake fluid was actually, it's seeping out, so it's getting air and it's not holding. So we went ahead and we bought two new ones. We're gonna go ahead and do both sides. I don't think they're original, but they're...
Well, they're not original because they're TRWs.
No, I'm talking about the ones that are in there now.
Oh, the ones that are in there now?
Yeah. They might be original. I don't know. I mean, we didn't have any issues with them prior to. But, yeah. Alright, so enough of that. Let's get into it. I'll show you here. Alright. Going for a ride under here. So, it's really hard to tell. But you can see that wheel has got some moisture to it. And it was dripping. Yeah, it's not wet because we just pulled it into the garage.
I wonder if you can
but
see it.
It's definitely dripping.
Could you see it if I pumped the brakes?
No, because it's not enough. That's the bad thing. Like when we were pumping brakes, it's not enough to see it actively leaking. It seeps. So it's seeping and it's pulling in air is what's happening. So those seals have just been... Those seals are just bad in those cylinders, so... Alright. Yeah, so you can see it's all wet in there. So that's been leaking. It's weird that it wasn't wet when we took it all apart. But I don't know if we jostled something when we put in the new shoes or what, but it is definitely wet in there now. So it's a good thing we're replacing them, huh, Chris?
Yep.
Alright, get them back on the stand. Alright, so Chris is getting ready here. On the back side, there's a, what size is that? 13?
13.
Hang on, I gotta sneeze.
This one.
Alright, so there's a 13, and then the line is a
11, I believe.
11,
And then this one's like an 8 or whatever.
and that one's an 8.
Yeah.
So you gotta take the line off, but in order to get the line off, you gotta take the bleeder valve out. So that one's the 8.
So you basically have to go top to bottom.
Yep.
Wow.
I don't know if you all can see that or not. Maybe.
Oh.
Flying wrenches.
There
You get it?
Yep.
Cool. Now it will leak because it's lower than the reservoir.
It's not leaking that much.
No. And then go ahead and do the line.
Oh, well now it is.
That one's going to be a little harder, but you should be able to get it. You're at the wrong angle.
Yeah, I'm at the wrong angle.
I'm going to push down towards the gravity. There we go.
Dang it, I just moved it. Moved your wonderfully positioned wrench. Ow. Got it.
Hey, if you don't leave any piece of you behind as you're doing it, then you're not working. Right?
Yep.
You might be able to do it by your hand if you...
There it goes.
And then it should just...
So it needs...
Yeah, you should be able to just pull that out.
Yep.
Kind of get it.
I'm trying this little bit of the...
Yep, so you should
away.
be able to kind of
Bend it up a bit.
bend it up a little bit. There you go. Get it out of the way.
Oh. Alright.
And then get your 13 there. Remember gravity.
Yep.
Turn it a little bit more. Go the next one down. There you go. Don't be afraid to hit on it a little bit. With the hammer if you need to.
Got it. Yep.
I don't know if the camera saw that or not, but
Passenger side was a whole lot easier. I think the passenger side might have been replaced, but this one has the Volkswagen logo on it, so...
yeah, I don't know if the other one does either. We'll have to look at that. Yeah, we already did the other one. We didn't want to bore you with that one. And we used that one kind of as a test to see how hard it's going to be, because we didn't know if we could pull that out without having to take everything apart, but we were actually able to. So
now you just like pull it out like that.
yeah, you just kind of wiggle it out. Pull it. You got to get it out and up and...
Okay, well that's part of it out. I don't want to pinch myself or anything. There we go.
There you go.
Cool. Here's that.
And you got the new one. You got to take the bleeder valve off, which is came with it.
Yep.
And then you got to get it back in there. Yeah, well, I was able to get one in there, and then you kind of push it over.
Push it over.
Because they are pistons, so. And get it. Like that. And then push this in. So you gotta kind of get this one into place. Here, I can't do the camera in that, so.
Yep.
Because it is kind of a pain to get them into place, but. Well, yeah.
That screw's gonna get adjusted a little bit. There you go. Now it's in.
Yep. Now you can put the mounting bolts back on. You might have to move that a little bit to get it lined up. There you go. Now that line, you want to
I'm gonna have to like
kind of get it into. You want me to do that one for you?
Yeah.
Because it's you got it, and I'll show you. Here, switch places with me.
Yep.
Because it's a metal line, you don't want to bend it too much, and you want it to sit in the hole freely. So, and I'll show you what I mean. So, see, it's in the hole. And it just sits in there freely because you don't want you want this to go in nice and smooth. It shouldn't bind at all as you're tightening that up. So you have to get it in the right angle so that it catches. You just have to play around with it because it is again, it's a metal tube that doesn't flex, so you have to be dead on. So when you're putting this on, focus there. When you're putting this on, this fitting has to be completely square with that hole. So flush. Yeah, it has to be. I mean, it has to be lined up, vertical and horizontal. Otherwise, it won't start. So you have to move this line back and forth until you can get it lined up. And you'll know it's lined up because you can just hand tighten it, and it just screws right in. Those are fine threads, so it screws in real nice and easy. And then you just tighten it up with the wrench. So I'll let you go ahead and do that, Chris. Snug. And then we'll go ahead and put the bleeder valve back in. And then nice and snug on that one. Good. Don't go too much because we got to loosen it back up when we go to, because now we have to bleed them.
Yep.
Right. So, and we'll.
No leaks. And we're good.
So far, so good. We'll bleed it.
Yep.
And hopefully that pedal will be a lot better. So
yep.
We'll show you that here in a minute. So we got both sides done. Chris is finishing torquing these down. with the torque multiplier. That was the best, whatever it was, $150 that we bought. That was the best thing. Now you might be able to use the, yeah. It should be already set up. No, bring it back. Yeah, you want to just do little movements till you feel it pop. Bring it back up. Almost there.
Oop, just felt it. Maybe. I thought I felt it.
You want me to try it? See where you're at?
Yeah.
You're probably there. I know, that torque wrench is garbage, but... Yep. See how you hear it? That's how you know.
Yeah.
Again, this is a cheap torque wrench. You get a newer, the nicer ones, but it works. You just have to fiddle with it. That's right. There you have there's that. Whoop. Alright, I'm going to do the other side, get that one torqued. I'll probably do this by hand first. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, yeah.
You're good. You know what you're doing.
Put this on first.
Alright, so Chris, I want you to hop in and let's show where that brake pedal is at here. Alright, so when he pushes on the brake pedal, go ahead, it dang near goes to the floor. I mean, there isn't much pedal there. So let's see if we can improve that, huh?
Yep.
Well, it'll feel a lot better once we get all the air out of the lines.
Yep.
Chris is topping off the reservoir just to make sure we've got enough. I've got my hose on there going to a little container, and I'm going to have him get in and work the pedal. See if I can't get you all in a little better position. You see what I'm doing here. Alright.
Need more brake fluid soon.
Yeah. Alright.
You ready?
Yep. Alright. Just do one. Just push down and hold.
Alright. Down. Hold. Floor.
You see the air come out. Okay, up.
Up.
Down.
Down. Floor.
Up.
Up.
Down.
Down. Floor.
You're all the way to the floor.
Almost.
Okay, hold it.
Floor.
Alright. Up.
Up.
I'm going to do one more time here. Down.
Down. Hold the floor.
Alright, up.
Up.
Alright, so I think that one's good. I didn't see any more air come out of that one. So we'll go to the other side here and check that side. Good spot here, you can see. All right, down.
Down. More.
Up.
Up.
Down.
Down. Ooh, that's a lot better. Floor.
Up.
Up.
Down.
It's a lot better.
Hold it.
Want me to hold it?
Hold it down.
Down. I just hit the floor.
No, there's still more air in there. So up.
Up.
Down.
Down. Floor.
Up.
Up.
Down.
Down. Floor.
Up.
Up.
Down.
Down. Floor.
All right. Let it up. How does that feel?
Way better.
All right. No, you can't see.
No.
You're not even looking. There you go. So where do you feel it start to grab? There?
About there.
Well, that's stopped. Like, where do you feel resistance?
Around here.
Yeah. So that should be better.
Yeah.
We'll have to, we'll check them after you drive it.
Yep.
A little cold. Little better?
Stops on a dime now.
That's good.
Even a penny.
Maybe even a penny. Better than the dollar it was stopping on, right? Awesome. You're in the sun, or you're not in the sun. You're shadowed. Either way. All right, guys.
If I'm in this, yeah.
I know it's bright out here. It is bright out here. That's good. Well, thanks for watching. Short little video. We've got more stuff coming, so stay tuned to that. We've got electrical we're going to start in on next week.
Yep.
That's going to be probably 2 or 3 part video. I'm not going to bore you with the entire video all at once, so we're going to break that up into a few segments. But appreciate you watching, all your new subscribers. Really appreciate the support, and we'll catch them on the next one, won't we, Chris?
Yep.
Looking forward to it?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. All right. See you guys.
See ya.